license, you must obtain an instruction permit. Instruction permits, which are sometimes referred to as learner's permits, allows unlicensed drivers to legally practice driving with a licensed driver in the front seat. However, the licensed driver or instructor must be at least 21 years of age with at least 1 year of driving experience. To apply for an instruction permit, you must be at least 18 years of age or be a 15-year-old who has passed an approved driver education course. Texas law requires all driver license applicants between the ages of 18 and 25 to take an approved 6-hour driver education class. Provisional licenses. Any driver license other than an instruction permit issued to someone under the age of 18 will be marked provisional. An instruction permit and a provisional license will expire on the driver's 18th birthday. If drivers are under the age of 21, under 21 will be printed on their license. For more information on provisional licenses, including Texas's graduated driver license program, please refer to the Texas Driver's Handbook. Texas licensing requirements. How to obtain your Texas driver license. To begin the process of obtaining your Texas driver license, you must complete an application form. You will find the form at the nearest driver license office or at a driver training school. When applying for a license, you will need to provide personal information, your name and address, your birth certificate and Social Security card, and any other information the Department of Public Safety requires. For a complete list of the required information, refer to the Texas Driver's Handbook. If you are under 18 years of age, your application must also be signed by a parent or legal guardian. When applying for a license, you will be required to pass an examination that tests your knowledge of road signs, traffic signals, and the rules of the road. You will need a grade of 70% or better to pass each portion of the test. You will also need to take a vision test. If you wear glasses or contact lenses, wear them when taking the vision test. Of course, wear them whenever you are driving. The final step in obtaining a license is to pass the in-car driving test. All applicants under 18 must take the driving skills exam to receive a driver license. The exam will be given only after all of the other tests have been passed. When taking your driving test, you must provide proof of liability insurance for the vehicle you will use for the test. The vehicle must also pass a state inspection before the test is given. The type of vehicle that you may use for the test will depend on the class of license being applied for. In other words, if you are applying for a Class C license, you may drive a car, van, pickup truck, or SUV. Restrictions that may be placed on your license. Restrictions or endorsements may be placed on your driver license to improve the safety of your driving. They are not meant to interfere with your driving. Instead, they are intended to make you a better and safer driver. For example, if you need corrective lens, you will be required to wear them when you drive. Also, if you have an instruction permit and are learning to drive, you must have a licensed driver age 21 or older in the front seat with you. Renewing your license. The date your license expires will be printed on the front of the license. About 6 weeks before your license expires, a renewal notice will be mailed to you. This notice will be sent to the last address that you provided to the DPS. If you change your name or address, you must report it to the DPS within 30 days. Remember, if you do not receive a renewal notice, it is still your responsibility to renew your license. Driving without a license. All right, so far you have heard about the requirements for obtaining a Texas driver license. Remember, driving is a privilege, not a right. Now let's see what happens if someone loses their privilege to drive as a result of breaking traffic laws. Driving without a valid driver license is against the law and can lead to serious consequences. The first conviction for driving without a license can result in fines of up to $200. Additional violations can result in increased fines and jail time. Theft of a driver license, commercial driver license, or other personal identification is a Class B misdemeanor and is punishable by a fine, jail sentence, or both. Suspensions and revocations. Once again, operating a motor vehicle is a privilege, not a right. If this privilege is abused, your driver license may be suspended or revoked. A driver license suspension is defined as the temporary loss of a driver license for a definite period of time, such as 3 months, 6 months, or possibly longer. If a license is suspended, driving privileges will be reinstated at the end of the suspension period. A driver license revocation is the loss of a driver license for an indefinite period of time. When a license is revoked, driving privileges will not be reinstated until certain requirements for the revocation have been met. Mandatory suspensions. Let's look at some driving offenses that will result in an automatic suspension of your driving privileges. A few of these include driving while intoxicated by alcohol or drugs, also known as DWI. Driving while intoxicated by alcohol or drugs with a child in your vehicle. Failing to stop and offering help for injured people after a collision. Causing the death or serious injury to anyone while you are driving. Driving with an invalid driver's license. And possessing a false driver license, also known as a fake ID.